What's going on, guys? Brandon with BYND Trading here. Time for a recap. I'm going to check out our daily notes, how we did today. Had a nice extended weekend. A lot of nice little holidays there. Extra break, rest in the eyes. So here's today, September 3rd, an hour before market open. These are the notes that we had took today. And all the daily plans. We're going to go over some of these, so feel free to backtrack those and see how they go after you pause your screen. But we're going to start with the SPY here real quick. Chopping that weekly 290.40 trend. Very, very prominent level. We've used it multiple times before. It's a weekly algo line. Walking in today with our 291.50 resistance, which is always the orange line. Paired up really nice with yesterday's lows, so we kept that one on for today. Just chopping around, not necessarily any directional pick yet. We don't have any catalyst or news way. The tariffs obviously didn't have too much way on any kind of price action today. The manufacturing indexes and the construction spending support our news kind of killed our support through the weekly here, but with that, the market's just digesting it and going sideways here. And if you look every single time after a huge range day, 9 out of 10 times or so, you know, we definitely have a very small move. So we gapped up, ranged into a doji. Last time we gapped up, we ranged into a doji. After a huge range candle and SPY on the daily chart, we ranged to a small range. So it was kind of expected today to come into a very choppy, regular kind of sideways day. So let's get into some of the notes here. Netflix was pending a reversal here still from last week. We were looking for the breakthrough of the 288 for the support, or we were going to buy the dips and it was going to hold trend. Now, trend recovery 291.15 is what we were looking for. That's with the support in play today. Had to bounce the opening price a couple times, created higher lows here, but that had a nice little run up to the weekly. I didn't take any scalps on this one today, but the trade plan was there. So on the 4 hour, we're looking for that bouncing bell short continuation or reversal. The algo line that we're running into right here on the 4 hour is coming into play. So there's still big potential for a pop and reversal on Netflix to range out and back into that 300 off this higher low of the 288. So we're still watching that Netflix as we go through. AMD on the list here. If the market weakness continues and not choppy, I was looking for that 30 test. We're pretty much just sideways here. Nothing we can really do about today's price action on AMD. ROKU had the perfect doji play today. So all we had to do is watch the doji levels, how we do that in the elites here. We come up to our price level. We have the body of the range. We had a lot of members capitalize long on ROKU, including myself. A couple nice scalps here on ROKU today. So we pay attention to the range of the doji body prior. We seen it scooted right back up. I was really early on the break of the high side. We had really good volume beats stacking up right over pre-market high. So we got on really early on ROKU, targeting yesterday's highs for the first cover, for their first sell. Also took a scalp back up in here, made about 240. P&Ls always be posted at WALSH Trades on Instagram. So on ROKU here today, thought process was up and over the doji body, came back up, had very healthy consolidation, 50 EMA caught back up with VWAP, had a good cross. Then we recovered yesterday's highs, which is always the orange dash line here. So the secondary play here was this kind of wonky W. We can scale the candle so you can kind of see it here. All we were waiting for was the 100 EMA. So perfect daily watch trend. That was on the daily notes. That was a pretty easy play. Some of these plays are pretty bread and butter here. I like this one. Shop, I wanted to see 377 as an early support hold and a flash dip down here. Didn't really get it, so we just wanted to play the weekly level instead. And again, we just have real choppy level. So I'm looking for recovery at 385, and that's going to be under over. So it needs to maintain this level. And I will take contracts long on Shopify at 385 and over. Beyond some with the meats. Hit that 171.50s long target yesterday, and then if we could get up and over the 100 EMA today and move, great. If not, it was just going to be pop to drop. We did play a bounce play right here for a quick point. Had some 4 hour interactions with it. Now we failed here. Now we're looking for a pullback to the 9 EMA. So right from the daily notes, it just says we'd like to see 100 EMA hold on the 4 hour now. So as we go from the daily, we're watching the 9 EMA for the pullback, and then on the 4 hour, we're watching for the 100 EMA, which is the teal. So both are going to be within range pretty soon here. Looking for the pullback to 162, watching meets at there. So we're going to see what it does. Tesla. This was another 4 hour 100 EMA play. This one I did capitalize on the small account. A little bit on the options trade here, but 100 EMA hold for a push. So right away, we're looking for 224. I put the red line here, 224.30s, just as a intra support and a long. So we just did some open discussion private lessons here. So as we held this red line here, we took Tesla long on the initial pullback here, rode it all the way back up. I did a contract, right? I made 30 cents on contracts here for a $2 buy-in for the 240 calls, and then exit at 230 up here, do a big push. So nice little capital capitalization on 30 cents there on contracts for Tesla. Then we stayed above the 100 EMA. A couple of our members called the 100 EMA hold and ramped back up to resistance 228.25. That was the long target on both accounts. And now as it comes back down here, we're just kind of trailing back down. So we had some good trades on Tesla today. What should we go? SBUX right here. I do have position open on StarBucks. I do have 98 calls on StarBucks right now for the hold here. I got into the dips into the consolidation of the algo daily trend line here for the anticipation to hold. Stop out will be into under this consolidation and lows. So I'll be looking to break under that 96.60s, 96.50 range to stop out. Right now we're maybe green a couple bucks on it. No big deal. We got in pretty early here. We got some time on this one, end of September for 98 strikes. So as long as StarBucks can get back over this trend, daily looks really clean. We do have a short potential here on the daily chart itself, but the intraday is scaled and holding. So I'm a little bit more bullish on StarBucks right now with the open position that we have. Facebook was an interesting one, 184.50 right from the daily notes, this white line right here. So as the market weakness kind of chopped and continued, I said watch the resistance at the split in the weekly up here at 185.45. That was the initial long call if it would have spiked up and over that level, which it did right here, and we broke it down in the premium chat. And as it put a lower high in on major resistance, we had an M pattern, snapped, huge spike and retrace, and then all the way leaking back down. So over under with confirmation on 184.50. So both trades having a little bit of confirmation here, weakness and strength. And I really do like the secondary setup, the pop out of consolidation right to VWAP, right to the 184.50, and then leaks all the way out. EMAs are getting spread out here now with a nice bearish follow-up as well. So really nice little trade there on Facebook. ULTA, we're looking for pre-market bounces on levels. So I was looking for a pre-market low bounce. So right from the daily note says ER day 2 earnings release, really good weakness, just watching pre-market lows and highs for bounce or more downside. So I was looking for pre-market high rejection for confirmation of weakness to go down, or our pre-market low. Here's our pre-market low right here at 231.95. Now you could easily see a higher low there. I capitalized on a little bit of scalp on that trail back up, and now it's just following weakness. But I figured, after a down day like that, we would want to expect a bounce here. So just utilize pre-market lows. No closes under pre-market lows, just wicks being bought back up in pre-market lows. So pretty easy long there in ULTA. Capitalized on a few dollars right there. So that's pretty much all the recap we have for you today. So if you want to trade with us, the description is in the bottom link, and we hope to see you guys soon. I'll see all my guys bright and early tomorrow morning.